Go on. Let's start. National Teacher Training Program in TTB Egypt. Year 3 Training Tag 2 Session B. Today's agenda, we start with an icebreaker. This is a quiz. Discussing amazing videos. This is the second part. And the last one is feedback and an action plan. Now, let's start with the first part. We start with an icebreaker. This is a quiz. Please listen to it carefully. What is the aim? What is the aim of this quiz? Do you think we need to use this activity and why? Now, is it clear now? Who can answer? Is it clear now?
Yes, mister, it's clear.
Okay, let's start.
Listen to me pronouncing these words. Which word is not pronounced correctly? 1. 4. 2. Flower. 3. Left. 4. Knife.
Okay, I see it again. I give a chance to listen to it again. Okay, listen to it again.
Listen to me pronouncing these words. Which word is not pronounced correctly? 1. 4. 2. Flower. 3. Left. 4. Knife.
Okay, who can speak? Miss Maqbula, can you speak?
Yes.
Okay, go on. The word
Number 4, knife.
4, the word knife. He pronounced
He
it
said
as
knife.
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 Okay. What is the aim of this quiz? Do you think, what is the aim of this quiz? Do you think we need to use this activity in your class?
I think it's a kind of brainstorming.
It's a kind of brainstorming. I agree with you. This is the aim of this quiz. What else can you think the aim of this quiz? Can you use it at you? Can you use it in your classes?
Maybe.
Maybe. Thank you, Miss Maqbula. Another one. Who can speak? Who can speak? Who can give us his or her idea about the aim of this quiz? Who can speak? Can anyone speak? Can anyone speak? Anyone can speak?
Yes, mister.
Oh, go on, Miss Soha. We hear your voice.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. I can use this in the class that involves pupils in the exercise. Before involve them in the exercise, I can ice breaking.
You can use them like Miss Maqbula says. We can use as a brainstorming activity as a brainstorm. Thank you, Miss Soha. Thank you, Miss Maqbula. Let's see. Let's go to the second part of our session, the International Phonetic Alphabet. I think it's important for all of us to listen to this video. What is the aim of this activity, and is it useful for you? I hope you listen to it carefully and try to think of it. Let's start.
Pronunciation with, and I use it all the time when I'm teaching.
Sorry, the voice is clear. The voice is clear for all of you?
And I use it all the time when I'm teaching pronunciation lessons.
Yes.
In the IPA, every sound has a unique symbol. So when you read it, you know exactly how to pronounce the English word. For example, the words though, thought, and cough all have the same O-U-G-H spelling, but actually they're pronounced very differently. Though, thought, and cough. Now, these symbols might seem a little scary to you, especially if you haven't seen the IPA before. But actually, they're so helpful for you when you're learning English pronunciation because it tells you exactly how to say the word. K, O, F. Cough. So even if you've never heard of these symbols before, don't freak out. In today's lesson, we're going to go through the International Phonetic Alphabet together. Now, there's 26 letters in the English alphabet, right? But there are 44 different sounds, way more than there are letters. That's why I use the IPA to help my students when they're studying English pronunciation. Let's look at vowels first. There are 5 English vowels, aren't there? A, E, I, O, and U. But there are way more English vowel sounds. Some of them are long, some of them are short, and some of them are just lazy. Let's go through them. I, E, U, U, E, O, A, R, O. There's another group of vowel sounds called diphthongs. Now, don't worry about remembering that crazy name. All you need to do is remember the sounds. Diphthongs are sounds that change from one vowel sound to another, but in the same syllable. So watch my mouth position change as I make each of these sounds. Ear, air, ow, ow, o, a, I, oi. So we've been through vowels and diphthongs. Now we'll move on to consonants. The top row are unvoiced consonant sounds, which means that the sound is made by air moving from the back of your mouth through and out your lips. There is one extra letter that is unvoiced down the bottom. Then all the rest of the consonant sounds are voiced, which means that the sound is made here with your vocal cords. You can feel it here. And unvoiced sounds use just air. You can't feel anything here. P, f, t, f, ch, s, sh, k, h, b, v, d, v, j, z, j, g, n, l, w, y. Well, that's it for this lesson. Make sure you go to my website and...
Okay, what is the aim of this activity? Is it useful for you and why? Who can speak? What is the aim of this activity? Who can speak? Who wants to speak? Miss Sahar, Mr. Hani. Please, Ms. Sahar, I give a chance to Mr. Hani first. Okay?
Yes.
Go on, Mr. Sahar. Sorry, go on, Mr. Hani. I'm so sorry.
Okay.
Go on.
Okay. Okay. The aim of this activity is obvious. To teach all people in the whole world the IPA how to pronounce sounds in one way, not different. To be all members of the world to accept one pronunciation.
Okay. What else can you add?
Okay. To teach us the voice which consonant and vowels which is pronounced well, which we should pronounce right. That's it.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Hani. Thank you. Another one who can speak, can you, Ms. Sahar? You want to speak? Ms. Nagla. Do you want to speak, Ms. Nagla?
Yes.
Who wants to speak? Ms. Nagla.
Yes. Yes.
Go on, Ms. Nagla. Go on, Ms. Nagla.
How do distinguish between different sounds, long sounds and short sounds, or short vowels, consonants?
Okay, thank you, Ms. Nagla. Who wants to speak? Ms. Sahar, I give you chance to speak. Ms. Sahar, don't speak?
Okay.
Okay, go
Yes,
on, Ms. Sahar.
Mr. AbdulWahab.
Oh, go on.
Okay, this activity is differentiating between different English sounds. First, this teacher or instructor differentiates between consonants and vowels. Then she make a comparison between different consonant, voiced and unvoiced sounds.
Okay.
And she gives example and she voiced all the consonants. Then she illustrated or explained different vowels in English. We have vowels and we have diphthongs, and she illustrated the difference between them. And she gave examples. So it's clear that she is a very good exercise or a very good lesson for English phonetics or phonology. It helps us how to pronounce or differentiate between different English sounds.
Okay, thank you, Ms. Sahar. This is the
Yes, Mr.
go on,
Yes.
Mr. Rida. Go on, Mr. Rida. We hear you.
I think as we are teachers, this activity is very, very important for us.
Okay.
Because pronunciation is very important in all stages. When we prepare ourselves well, we can stand on a solid ground. And this activity helps us how to pronounce different words inside the classroom. And this is very important. How can we differentiate between voiceless and voiced? How can we pronounce vowels and consonant? And this is very, very important for us as we are teachers. Thank you, Mr. AbdulWahab.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Rida. This is the aim of this video. The distinguish or the difference between vowels and the consonant, and the vowels the same. How can you pronounce them? And I want the aim of this video to improve yourself and refresh your mind about the sounds. Let's go to the second part. Let's check yourself. I asked 3 persons, each one say some words. I have 3 groups of words. Some words I think we mispronounce them, in my opinion. Do you agree with me or not? I think these words, I have 3 groups of words. Each word has a description. I want 3 persons. The first one to read the first group, and the second to read the second group, and the third to read the third group. Who wants to speak at first? Mr. Hani Abdulaziz, do you want to speak? Miss Iman, please, Mr. Hani, give chance to Miss Iman. Please, Miss Sahar.
Okay.
Miss Iman, start. Go on, Miss Iman.
Group 1.
Okay.
Conversation.
Conversation. Say.
Yes.
Say.
Conversation.
Okay.
March. Pizza. Thursday.
Okay.
Increase.
Not crease. Increase.
increase,
Okay.
hurt,
Hair.
hurt, chocolate,
Chocolate.
lashes, lashes,
Huh?
cabs,
The second one, lashes. The first one, lashes. The second is
leashes,
leashes.
leashes,
Okay.
I'm sorry,
Okay.
cabs,
Cubs
caps,
and cubs.
possessive, possessive, possessive.
Okay. Thank you, Miss Iman. Another one. Miss Noura. Miss Noura, do you want to speak, Miss Noura? The
Yes,
second
yes,
group.
sir.
Go on, Miss Noura.
Lemonade,
Lemonade.
soup,
Okay.
and sup,
Sub. The first one
line.
is soup. The soap. Lion.
Yes.
Okay.
Line,
Okay.
iron,
Iron.
garage,
Garage or garage. Okay. The same.
clothes,
Close. The second.
clothes,
Close. The first one,
clothes.
close as a verb. The second,
Yes.
close as an adjective.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
Base,
Base and
base,
bass. What is the difference
bass.
between bass and bass? Bass is a kind of a musical instrument.
Musical instrument.
Okay.
A kind
bass
of
is a kind of fish. A kind of fish. Please,
Right.
Miss Iman. Please, Miss Iman, mute yourself. Go on, Miss Noura.
Archive,
Archive.
pear,
Pair.
beer,
Okay.
bluff. The first
The first
The-
one
the
is bla.
I can't read it.
Blow, and the second is lock.
Bluff, yes.
Okay,
True.
lock. Right. What about the third group? Who can speak? Miss Busaina, do you want to speak? Miss Busaina, don't speak. Another one. Miss Nayara, don't speak, Miss Nayara.
Yes, mister.
Go on, Miss Nayara. Please, other participants, close your question.
Okay. Orange.
Orange. Sorry, Miss
Orange.
Nayara. This is the
Okay.
word orange. What is the other?
Orange.
Okay.
Okay. Usually.
I think it is not usually. It's usually. I think
Usually,
so.
okay. Oh, xylophone.
Okay.
Of. Stomach.
Stomach.
Oh, okay.
Stomach.
Yeah. Stomach. Okay. Statue.
This is the
Statue.
word statue. Not state.
Okay.
Statue. Okay. Go on.
Karate. Couch. Coach. Basic.
Not
Basic.
Okay. Thank you, Miss Nayara. Now think of this transcription. What does it mean? I give you a transcription and I'll ask you. I give you a chance to think. What does it mean? This sentence. Think of it. I give you a chance for 2 minutes only. Do you think what does it mean? This sentence. Miss Sahar, please, Miss Sahar, don't speak. Another one, Miss Nayara, Miss Iman Abdulrahman, Miss Maqbula. Who wants to speak? Please, Mr. Okay. Please, Miss. I want to hear Miss Maqbula. Give her a chance, and I'll ask us all of you. Okay. Please mute yourself. Please, other participants. Only Miss Maqbula is unmute. Okay.
Yes. Can I read this?
Read it. Miss Maqbula, go on. Go on, Miss Maqbula. Are you ready? Miss Maqbula.
Yes.
Go on, Miss Maqbula, go on.
Okay.
What does
Never.
it mean? Okay, go on.
Never stop learning because life never stop teaching.
Okay. Never stop learning because life never stop teaching. This is the meaning of this sentence. Never
Yes.
stop learning because life never stop teaching. Let's go to the second part. Activities to practice individual sounds. We start with some activity. This is, I think it's very simple. We can use in the primary stage. The first one is word tennis. I ask someone to read it. Who has ability to read it? Who can read it? Who can read it? I want someone to read it. Okay, can you, Miss Naira? Naira Nashat, you raise your hand. Mr. Ibrahim, I give you chance to
I may.
say. Go on, Mr. Ibrahim.
Okay, man. Okay. Play in pairs. Learner A and B. A says a one syllable. Just
Okay.
a minute, man. Okay. B has to reply with a word that rhymes with the first word.
Word. B said.
Sorry, the font is small.
Okay.
Okay, man. Find another one because I'm going to turn on my computer. Better.
Okay. Who has ability to read it? Who can read it?
Yes.
Who can please Miss Makbula give a chance to Miss Sahab. We want to hear her voice today. Go on, Miss Sahab. Read it from the
I'm going
first.
to read the
Okay.
play in pairs, learn A and B.
Okay.
A say a one syllable word. B has to reply with a word that rhymes with the first word. Okay. B then begins with a new word, syllable word, and A must think of a rhyming word. When a player can find a rhyme, their opponent wins the point. For example, A said boat.
Boat.
B said seat.
A said.
I think they are different.
Okay.
Boat and seat.
Boat and seat. I agree with you.
A said meet. A road.
Road.
B can think of one. A wins the point.
Okay. This is the aim of this activity. The aim of this activity, I copied them from the book. I think she saw something wrong. The first one says a word. The second says a word with the same rhyme. With the same rhyme. Then we change. We start with B and A say the word. The winner. Who can say the word and the other say, didn't say the word with the rhyme. Okay, let's go to the second part. The aim of this activity can be used to review vocab, focus on the pronunciation of vowels and sounds. Look at the second. Let's go to the second one. How many words can you hear? This is the first one. How many words can you hear? I read them. The teacher plays a recording of some phrases or sentences, stopping after each one to ask, how many words can you hear? The teacher can turn their back to the learners and say the phrases, sentences. Learner writes the numbers of words and compare with a partner. Learners write or are given the statement, the sentences, and asked to notice and show which word like together. I have been a teacher for ages. The teacher says the sentences and then each group stand up and shows which words link by joint arms or hands. One learner and the second word connection. The third one is telephone number. I think it's very simple. We can do it at your classes, and the same with these activities. The teacher writes the grades on the board and drill the words. The teacher then reads out some words and the learners write the numbers. The teacher asked, what's my telephone number? Learners then practice in pairs. As the teacher writes the word with numbers and asks them, the teacher says a word and pupils write the number. After he finished, the pupil says what is the telephone number of the teacher. He can ask the learner to work this in groups or in pairs. Let's go to some activities to practice individual sound. Listen and underline. I think it's the line here is very clear. Who can read it? Who can read this activity? Who can read? Who can read? Can anyone
I may.
read?
I may.
Go on, Mr. Ibrahim.
I may.
Go on.
Listen and underline.
Okay.
Listen to the teacher saying these sentences and underline the word you hear. Number one, it was the biggest sheep or ship I have ever seen.
Okay.
Number two, did you feel or feel that? Number three, they went to buy beans or beans. Number four, it was a really hard beach or beach.
Okay. In your opinion, what do you think? What is the aim of this activity? Listen and underline.
Differentiate between two words. The
words.
sounds are more similar.
Okay. He wants to
long and short vowels. Long and short.
It depends on long and short vowels.
Yeah.
I think similar sounds. This is one of minimal pairs activities. This activity is useful for helping learners notice the difference between sounds, which have particular difficult in distinguishing. Okay, thank you, Mr. Bray. Let's go to the second part, activities to practice individual sounds. Now I'll give you videos. What is the activity called? What is the aim of this activity? And how can we use it in class? Let's start with this. Please listen carefully and try to think, what is this activity called? What is the aim of this activity? Listen.
There once was a man from Spain who liked to dance in the rain. When offered an umbrella, he said, "No way, fella," and was then washed down the drain. Thank you, Jacques. Hi, everybody. Today, we're going to learn how to write a limerick. A limerick is a short poem consisting of 5 lines. The first, second, and fifth lines have 7 to 10 syllables, and the third and fourth lines have 5 to 7 syllables. Let's have Jacques read another one of his poems. There once was a duck named Bill who sat on the windowsill. It started to rain. He did not complain, but now Bill is very ill. Thank you, Jacques. You will also notice that the first, second, and fifth line must rhyme with each other. Here we have Bill, windowsill, and ill. The third and fourth lines also rhyme, rain and complain. Therefore, the rhyming pattern is A, B, B, A. Limericks can be a fun way to write an amusing short story. Let's welcome back Jacques with some more limericks. There was an old man in Peru who went to Machu Picchu. He met a llama named Val, asked, "Where are the people, pal?" He replied, "You know, I haven't got a clue." An old man climbed the Eiffel Tower. He climbed up using all his power. When he reached the top, he collapsed in a flop and lay there for about an hour. We hope you enjoyed this short video on how to write a limerick. We recommend using rhymezone.com to find rhyming words for your limericks. Be sure to like and subscribe and keep up the good work.
Okay, what is this activity called? Who can answer? Ms. Sahar only? Please, Ms. Sahar, give a chance to other participants. What is this activity called? Okay, is there anyone? Is there anyone won't speak? There isn't no one. I'll ask some participant. Please, Dr. Muhammad Gamal, can you speak? Mr. Muhammad Gamal, can you speak?
Yes, hello.
Go on, Mr. Muhammad. Dr. Muhammad, I'm sorry. Dr. Muhammad, go on.
It's about rhyming words. It's about producing rhyming words.
Okay, do you think, what is the aim? What is the name of this activity?
The aim to produce rhyming words.
It's to produce rhyming words. Thank you, Dr. Mohammed. Do you think how can we use it in class? You can use it in your class.
It can be used in class.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Mohammed. Another one. Who won't speak? Miss Lubna, do you want to speak? Who won't speak? Miss Buthaina, do you want to speak?
Yes, Mister.
Go on, Miss Buthaina. We hear you. Voice.
This activity, listen and sing. The name of the activity, listen and sing.
The name of activity is listen and sing. Okay, thank you, Miss Buthaina.
The aim of the activity.
What is the aim? Go on.
To practice the sounds that we have in the unit or the lesson.
Okay.
Practice the sounds that students have.
Okay, thank you, Miss Busaina. Another one who wants to speak. Another one. Miss Nafisa. Do you want to speak? Who wants to speak? Miss Nafisa. Do you want to speak?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I can.
Go on, Miss Nafisa.
Teach words by songs.
Songs. Okay. Thank you. What is the aim of this activity? Do you think what is the aim of this activity?
The aim of this activity is to learn the similar sounds at the end of each word.
Okay, thank you, Miss Nafisa. Someone who wants to speak, Dr. Muhammad Gamal, do you want to speak again? Dr. Muhammad Gamal, do you want to speak again?
I think it can be used to revise word families.
Okay.
And we can teach syllables to divide the words in different syllables.
Okay, Dr. Muhammad. Thank you, Dr. Muhammad. Thank you so much. Do you want to speak, Ms. Sahar? I'll give you a chance at last. Go, Ms. Sahar. We hear your voice. Let's go.
Okay. This activity is called limericks.
Is this called limerick?
Okay, as it was clear in the exercise, limericks are a short poem consist of the 5 lines, 1, 2, and 5 are rhyming together, 3 and 4 are rhyming, and I have another rhyme. This activity aims to give us chance for the students to listen to and produce different sounds or different syllables which are rhyming. This is the subjects of limericks are usually funny and sometimes silly. Silly means not important, not silly as we know. Not important, just for fun. Limericks are used just for fun. Students can write down their own limericks. The teacher can encourage them to produce their, give them a chance to write limericks or to make limericks, just to describe some situations or describe some bodies or some places they know in a funny context.
Okay.
By the way, I have taught poetry before, and there are kind of poetry called haiku. It's a Japanese poetry. Haiku, like in Japan, like limericks in English. The same idea, the same structure of poem.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
This is for fun, I think so. This is a kind of poem. It helps learners to produce themselves and it helps them to speak. It is you can use them to distinguish between or the difference between sounds together. Miss Hasna, do you want to add something? Miss Hasna Ahmed, do you want to speak? Let's go to the second part. Activities, again, some activities. I give you a chance to think, what is this called? Listen again to this tape and think, what is this activity called?
Don't speak Spanish. Okay. Am I? Confused. No, you aren't. Am I? cold? Am I cold? No, you aren't. No, you aren't. Am I hot? No, you aren't. No, you aren't. Difficult. It's new vocabulary. Play the cards. Play the cards. No, you aren't. No, am I? Really intelligent. When do you feel surprised? When do you feel surprised? When it is Halloween. And I hate Halloween. But in Halloween you are not surprised. You are just scared. Your turn. Yes.
Okay. The video is clear. Who won't speak? The video is clear or not clear? Who won't speak? Is it clear?
I can't hear in a good way.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Rida. Another one who can speak, Miss Noura. Is it clear for you?
No, the voice isn't clear.
Okay, another one who won't speak. Someone won't speak. Okay, I'm so sorry if it is not clear. This is called How Do I Feel? This is activity called How Do I Feel? How do I feel? I do it with you as a puzzle. Do you remember what are you feeling? As a puzzle, I play it with you. Do you remember? I ask all of you to write some adjective about feeling. Do you remember?
I think so.
Okay. This is about feeling. How do I feel? Someone talk about himself. How do I feel? He says, I feel hot, I feel excited, I feel angry, I feel disappointed. And someone asks other, am I excited? Am I happy? Am I sad? We can answer yes or no. Yes, I am, or no, I'm not. Okay, let's go to the second part. Games to practice pronunciation. Please listen to them carefully and try to think what is this activity called. If you have a pen or a paper, write this activity. I think it's very, very, very useful for us to practice pronunciation. What is this game called? What is the aim of this activity? How can we use it in your class?
English language coach. Learning and understanding English pronunciation is essential for English students. But pronunciation exercises in books can get really boring, can't they? Would you like some new ideas on how to present pronunciation in the classroom in a fun way? If so, this video will be perfect for you. I'm going to share with you pronunciation games that you can do in class if you're an English teacher, or play at home if you have some friends coming round to see you. Now, pronunciation has traditionally not been taught as much in class as, say, grammar and vocabulary. So these games will integrate pronunciation into your lessons in a fun way, as well as being effective. Now, these games will help you and your students to be able to hear the difference between the correct sound and the incorrect sound. Also to make the correct sound, and to help to recognize how to make the correct sound. So, without further ado, let's get started with my very...
The sound is clear for all of you?
Yes.
Okay. Mr. Prince,
yes.
The sound is not clear. I ask all of you, the sound is clear?
Yes, clear.
Is it clear?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Yes. First pronunciation game. Number 1, rhyming pair game. Now, this game is a pronunciation and a memory game, which works best if you divide your class into small groups, or as a learner, do it with a couple of friends at home. So you'll need to produce a set of cards for each group with one word on each card. The sets of cards should be made up of rhyming pairs of words. For example, You could have a card saying mouse, a card saying house, or die, cry, cook, book, wheat, sheet. Players place all the cards down, face down on the table. Then the first player turns over 2 cards. They say the words on the cards out loud to perfect their pronunciation, and then they say if they rhyme. Now, if they do, and they say the words correctly, they get to keep the cards. If the words don't rhyme, they put the cards back down on the table face down. And then the next player does the same. Now, the winner is the one with the most cards at the end of the game. Now, this may need some monitoring from you as the teacher, of course. And if you have a really large class, get a small group to the front to demonstrate in front of the others. Of course, if you're doing this with a group of friends at home, you need to nominate one person to be judge to see if the pronunciation is right, but try not to argue too much. Now,
Okay, let's start. What is this game called?
Yes,
What
Mr.
is-
Abdulwahab.
What
Yes.
is this game called? Go on, Mr. Rida.
Yes. Yes. I think this activity is called word tennis.
Okay, go on, Mr. Rida.
Yes, I can apply this activity inside the classroom. How? I select 2 brilliant students to come to the front and ask them to stand face to face. And I'll tell the first student to begin. For example, rhyming words. For example, short O. The first students will say dog. The second, not, and so on. The students who can't answer, he will lose a point. Another example, sports, football, tennis, and so on. The students who can't answer will lose a point, and at the end, the winner I'll give him or her a present to praise him, to motivate him.
Okay, Mr. Rida, but I think you are going to talk about the activity we called it word tennis.
Yes.
This is called word tennis, but this game is called. Who can
Okay, Mr. Abdulwahab, can I speak? Yes.
Please, Miss Sahar. I hope you
Okay.
give chance for other participants. Please, Miss Sahar. Miss, who
Yes.
wants to speak? Miss Makbula, do you want to speak?
It's rhyming per
This
words.
is called rhyming
Rhyming.
bear game. Rhyming
Word.
bear game. What do you think?
Yes.
How can she apply this activity?
We can get 2 students in front of the class, and they have many cards written on them, rhyming words.
Okay.
One of the students start by picking 2 cards and they say the words inside them. If they are rhyming, he can keep them. If they are not, he can put them again, and so on.
Okay, thank you, Miss Makbula. Thank you so much. This is a rhyming bear game. It is a memory game. It helps learners to the difference between the correct and incorrect sounds. At first, she divides the class into groups, and she produces a set of words. She makes up the rhyming words, and the winner who has the most correct rhyming words. Thank you, Miss Makbula. Let's go to the second part. Another game. I think it's clear now. But listen carefully and try to think what is it called. This is a game.
Start by writing the following things on the board. Write your first name. What did he or she do? Where? When? And why? Because. Now you get your students into teams and hand out a sheet of paper to each team. The first student writes down point 1. What is his or her name? Then he hands the sheet of paper to the second student, who answers point 2. And then they hand it to the third student for point 3, and so on. So when 5 people have written on the paper, one reads it out, and it could read something like this. Pablo put a picture in his pocket in Paris on a perfect day because it was pretty. Oh dear, that didn't seem to go down very well with that child, did it?
Okay, what is this game called? Miss Hasna, do you want to speak?
Yes, creating tongue twisters.
Creating tongue twisters. Okay, how can she apply? How can she apply? How can she apply this activity?
Myself ولا
about this teacher. The steps.
The teacher says first write your name,
okay.
And what did she do,
okay.
Where, when, and why.
Okay. After that,
this game make the students to write correctly the sentence.
Okay. It helps students to write correct sentences. I agree with you. It helps students to create sentences about themselves, yes. And yes. They can express themselves as a model, as a paragraph.
Yes.
Okay. Another idea. Do someone want to add something for us? Who won't speak? Another one. Now, Miss Sahar, do you want to speak? Miss Sahar, don't speak?
Yes, I think our friend have said everything about the exercise. This is a tongue twister game. It helps students to produce or to differentiate between different or similar sounds, as this teacher said.
Okay, I have some tongue twisters in our books. Who can read them? I want each one. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. 6 tongue twisters. Miss Iman, start with the first one. Only Miss Iman. Miss Iman Abdulrahman, go on.
Yes. Yes. She sells seashells by the seashore.
She sells
seashells by the seashore.
She sells seashells by the seashore. Thank you, Miss Iman. Another one. Can you, Mr. Ahmed Mansour, read the second one? Mr. Ahmed Mansour, can you read? Thank you, Miss
yes.
Iman.
Yes.
Who can speak? Miss Hasna?
Yes.
Please, Miss Hasna, give a chance for other participants. I want another one. Mr. Wael, do you want to speak, Mr. Wael? Mr. Wael. Mr. Wael.
Yes, Master.
Go on.
Yes, yes.
Number 2.
Yes, I wanted to speak, but the picture not clear. Sorry,
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Who wants to speak? Miss Abir, do you want to speak?
Yes,
Abir?
Yes.
I asked Miss Abir at first. Miss Soha, give her a chance to read number 2. Go on, Miss Abir.
4 fine. Yes. 4 fine fresh fish for you.
4 fine fresh fish for you. Good. Thank you, Miss Abir. Miss Soha, do you want to say the third? Miss Soha. Miss Soha, are you ready?
Yes.
Go on, Miss Soha.
Good blood, bad blood.
Good blood, bad blood. Another one. Who wants Mr. Ashraf Helmi? Do you want the other? Mr. Ashraf Helmi?
Yes, Mister.
Please,
which?
Go on, Mr. Ashraf.
Which is which?
Thank you, Mr. Ashraf.
Good blood, bad
no.
blood.
Miss Soha. I hear you. We hear you. Okay, thank you, Mr. Ashraf. I want another participant, another person. Who wants to speak? Can you, Mr. Ashraf? Mr. Ashraf Yusuf, do you want to speak? Mr. Ashraf Yusuf? Miss Busaina, do you want to speak, Miss Busaina?
Yes, Mister.
Go on.
I feel I need a deep sleep.
Thank you, Miss Busaina. Miss Tufaha, I think so. Mr. Sayed, this is Miss Tufaha. Please, Miss Tufaha, write your name, please. Please, you can write your name in the second time, inshallah. Miss Nayara, do you want to speak, Miss Nayara? Miss Nayara? Nashat?
Okay, Mister.
Go on, Miss Nayara.
Brew won a prize for a pretty brown.
Brew won a prize for a pretty broom. Thank you, Miss Naira. Another activities. What is this game called? What is the aim of this activity? Do you think? Oh, whoa! I'm so sorry. Let's watch it.
So how did it go? Did you pass?
No, I failed. Again.
I don't believe it. How did you fail again? What happened this time?
You won't believe it.
No. No way, Alfie. Not the same as last time.
Yep.
No way! Not another cat?
I know. I'm in shock. I love cats.
So what happened?
Well, I stopped at a zebra crossing to let an old man cross the road. No problem there. He walked across the road, so I started to drive. Just then a cat appeared from nowhere.
Did you hit it?
I did. It was impossible to stop.
I don't believe you, Alfie. You're joking, aren't you? You didn't fail, did you? Nobody can kill two cats on 2 driving tests.
What can I say? I know. It's totally crazy. The owner of the cat arrived.
Oh, no. And?
Well, he said it wasn't my fault. The cat escaped from the garden. The driving instructor agreed too, so we carried on with the test. But I was too nervous and I crossed a red traffic light.
Poor you, mate. Do you want to come over?
Yeah. Okay. See you in 5 minutes.
Okay. What is this game called? Or what is the aim of this video? Do you think what is the aim of this video? Is there an idea? Is there an idea? Who won't speak? Miss Hasna.
Yes.
Speak. Go on, Miss Hasna.
I think he want to tell us about the past symbol.
The past symbol. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, Miss Hasna. Is there anything else? Mr. Ahmed Mansour. Do you want to speak, Mr. Ahmed Mansour? Please, Mr. Rida. Give a chance to other participants. Mr. Ahmed Mansour, do you want to speak? Mr. Ahmed Mansour, do you want to speak?
Mister.
Go on, Mr. Ahmed.
Yes, encouraging the learners to say that sentences in the right pronunciations.
Okay.
Motivating the pupils or the learners to sound in the right one or in the right method.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Ahmed. Thank you so much. Thank
you.
Yes. Mr. Rida, please give a chance for other participants. Sorry, Mr. Rida. I want another one to speak. Can you, Miss Fatma Atif, do you want to speak? Miss Hanan Ibrahim, do you want to speak? Miss Hiba Ahmed, do you want to speak? Miss Samah Hassan, do you want to speak? Miss Rabab. Miss Rabab, who wants to speak? Please, Mr. Rida. Please, Mr. Rida, mute yourself. Please, Mr. Rida, mute yourself. Miss Noura Abdul Hamid, I give you a chance. I want another one. Mr. Ayman Kamal, don't speak. Miss Azza Mustafa, don't speak. Miss Fatma, Miss Hasna, we hear your voice. Miss Lubna, don't speak. Miss Rasha Ali, don't speak. Mr. Saleh, Mr. Tawfiq, do you want to share us your ideas, Mr. Tawfiq?
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening, Mr. Tawfiq. We hear your voice. Thank you.
Yes, Mr.
Thank you for sharing us our session today. I know you are so busy.
I'm very happy to share you this session. I really enjoy it.
Thank you, Mr. Tawfiq.
Just I want to say something or add something.
We hear you.
There is something very important while teaching students and giving instructions.
Okay.
There is something between giving instruction and getting students' responses.
Okay.
This is what we call checking understanding. I think that this task is not clear
This task is
for
not clear.
some of our colleagues.
Okay, I can play it again.
Please try to make it easier. Try
Okay.
to give them a hand, please.
Okay, I can play it again, but I talk about what is the aim of this activity. If I play it again, I give you a chance to play it again. Please look carefully.
It would be better if you play it again.
Okay, I do
So
it.
how did it go? Did you pass?
No, I failed. Again.
I don't believe it. How did you fail again? What happened this time?
You won't believe it.
No. No way, Alfie. Not the same as last time.
Yep.
No way! Not another cat?
I know. I'm in shock. I love cats.
So what happened?
Well, I stopped at a zebra crossing to let an old man cross the road. No problem there. He walked across the road, so I started to drive. Just then a cat appeared from nowhere.
Did you hit it?
I did. It was impossible to stop.
I don't believe you, Alfie. You're joking, aren't you? You didn't fail, did you? Nobody can kill 2 cats on 2 driving tests.
What can I say? I know. It's totally crazy. The owner of the cat arrived.
Oh, no. And...
Well, he said it wasn't my fault. The cat escaped from the garden. The driving instructor agreed too, so we carried on with the test. But I was too nervous and I crossed a red traffic light.
Poor you, mate. Do you want to come over?
Yeah. Okay. See you in 5 minutes.
Okay, I think it is clear now. It's clear now. Is there an idea about it? Miss Hiba Ahmed, don't speak.
I think he uses intonation. Full and raising intonation.
I agree with you.
Yes.
This is one of the aim of this video. We can make stress and intonation in the sentences and questions. I agree with you. It's one of the main aims of this video. But another something else. If you look at the words, you can guess what the second aim of this video. Is there any ideas? Okay, I talk about it. This is Ms. Sahar. We can talk about. Please, Ms. Sahar. Please, Ms. Sahar. I'll ask Ms. Sohal Bayoumi at first. Go on, Ms. Sohal Bayoumi. Do you want to speak? Okay.
Yes, mister.
Go on, Ms. Sohal.
I think. Can you hear me, mister?
Okay, go on. We hear you.
Yes, mister. I think he failed in the driving test. Yes, mister.
Okay, go on.
I think he failed in the driving test because he saved the life of the cat.
Okay, thank you.
He is kind and a human.
Okay, thank you, Ms. Sahar. Ms. Sahar, do you want to add something?
Okay, yes.
Go on, Ms. Sahar.
I think this activity or exercise has 2 functions, one for pronunciation and the other for a grammar related to pronunciation as well. It is related to the last ed for past simple tense, regular and irregular verbs.
Okay.
Okay. We have started. We have tried and yes, failed.
You look carefully to the words, Ms. Sahar. You look carefully to the words. Okay, this is we called past tense verbs. We are going to talk about the sound of ed sound in some verbs, like we can pronounce in as ta or id or da. The word stopped, the word walked, escaped, and crossed. Started and wanted, failed, happened, appeared, carried, agreed, and arrived. I did this activity in my class. It's very, very, very funny, and my learners liked it. I did it before. Thank you, Ms. Sahar. Thank you, Ms. Iman. You can do it at your class. let's go to the last part of this part. Do you think Arab learners find any difficult to pronounce these words? What strategies would you use while teaching this sound? How can you teach the sound? These sounds, we have two sounds. How can we teach them? Is it difficult for learners, Arab learners, to teach this sound? Learners or teachers? Who wants to speak? Miss Iman, how can you introduce this sound? Miss Iman Abdulrahman, do you want to speak? Okay, Miss Iman, who wants to speak?
Yes.
Who wants
Yes.
Mr. Wael? Go on, Mr.
Yes,
Wael.
Mister.
Is it clear now?
Yes.
Okay, go on, Mr. Wael.
Firstly, we introduce. Yes,
Go on,
it's
go
good. Firstly, we introduce the S sound individuals. Then we give examples and they point to these pictures. What is this? I list the answers from the students and they then correct the pronunciation if it is not. Oh, good. Okay.
Okay.
Then I ask our students to pronounce the words and give them the correct pronunciations and give another words to feedback the good pronunciation of the sound.
Okay.
At the end, I ask a student to give me some examples or another words for the sound.
Thank you, Mr. Wael. You are going to talk about the two sounds, and la. I agree with you. Mr. Hani,
in general, yeah. In general.
Okay,
yes.
Thank you, Mr. Hani. Do you want to speak, Mr. Hani Abdulaziz?
Yes, okay.
Go on, Mr. Hani.
Okay, I want to offer one strategy. You show in one of your videos that each student can carry the sounds over his head.
Okay.
That's it. What about diagrams? What about diagrams for letter E or L or whatever it's supposed to be learned? Meaning letter E inside the circle. Okay, inside the circle and the letters. Okay, you got me?
I agree with you. I am with you. All of us hear you, Mr. Hen.
Okay. One strategy is very effective that I can draw letter E or letter L or whatever it's supposed to be learned inside the circles and get the other letters just to let students know that the letter E is pronounced like this. And again, I ask students to give me more examples outside of what's offered in the book. And that's it.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Hani. Someone can add us something else? Is there any ideas about how can we pronounce or how can we introduce these sounds? Who wants to speak?
Yes, Mr. AbdulWahab. Yes.
Mr. Rida, please give a chance for other participants and I'll ask you at last. Okay. I want to hear Miss Azza Mustafa. Do you want to speak, Miss Azza Mustafa? Miss Iman Khairi, do you want to speak? Miss Fatma Atif, Miss Hanan Ibrahim, Miss Lubna, Miss Nayara Nashat, Miss Samah Hassan, Miss Rabab Mitwalli, Miss Rasha Ali, Mr. Rida, we hear your voice. Mr. Tawfi, we hear your voice. Mr. Yasir, do you want to speak, Mr. Yasir? Who wants to speak? Who opened it? Mr. Rida, mute yourself, Mr. Rida, please. Miss Ibtisam, Mr. Ibrahim, Miss Iman, Muhammad Abdu, don't speak. Mr. Ibrahim Shahat. Please,
I may try to introduce a word.
Okay, can you speak, Mr. Please, Mr. Ibrahim. I give a chance at first to Mr. Tawfi. Please, forgive me.
Mr. AbdulWahab.
Okay, Mr. Tawfi.
Can we apply ladder game to this exercise?
I agree with you. Some games we can apply
ladder game.
Ladder game.
I think it will be very effective if we use ladder game in such exercise.
Okay. I don't know something about this game. You can.
Ladder game. It's a ladder.
Okay.
The first one says a word like rain.
Okay.
So we have A and N. The second one begin with N.
Okay.
But he should use the same sound, nail. The third begins with L, but use the same sound, lane.
Okay, we talk about the last letter game, Mr. Tawfiq.
Yes,
The last
but
letter
using
game.
the same vowel. But
Okay.
using the same vowel.
Okay.
Do you get it?
Yes, of course. You are going to talk about the last letter game, but with the same sound. Do you think that?
Okay.
Okay. Thank you, Mr.
Yes,
Tawfiq.
sir.
Thank you, Mr. Tawfiq.
Yes,
Thank you. Mr. Ibrahim, do you want to speak, Mr. Ibrahim? Mr. Ibrahim, do you want to speak?
No man. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, my dear friends. I have something. I think it's a big cake for all of you. I think it's very, very important for all of us. Forgive me, is there something wrong in it?
Mr. AbdulWahab.
Mr. Rida, do you want
Yes,
to speak, Mr. Rida?
please, Mr. AbdulWahab. I want to leave the meeting today because there is something important, and I'm so sorry for that.
Thank you, Mr. Rida. Thank you, Mr. Rida, for sharing us your ideas today. Thank you so much. Let's go to the video. I think it's very, very important for all of us to pronounce American pronunciation. I think it's very, very, very. This is the best. This is a piece of cake for all of us. Please hear it carefully. I'm so sorry. There is something wrong.
Today is the third video this December where we're using the Friends Christmas episode, the one where Rachel quits her job to study English. Last week she had a job interview. Now in this episode she's gotten the job and it's her last day working at the coffee shop. We're going to study this scene and everything we can about American English pronunciation to figure out what makes American English sound American. Here's the scene.
There you go. Enjoy.
Should I tell her I ordered tea?
No.
Excuse me, everyone. This is my last night working here. And I just wanted to say that I made some really good friends here. And it's just time to move on. As of this moment, I will never have to make coffee again.
And now let's do the analysis together.
There you go.
Okay, our first thought group here is 3 words long. What is the stress? What's the most stressed word?
There you go. There you go. There you go.
There you go. There you go. The stress is all going up towards the peak. The energy peaks out on the word go. That has the O diphthong. You will need some lip rounding for that. There you, going up in pitch, going up in energy and volume. There you go. And then the up-down shape on the stressed syllable.
There you go. There you go. There you go.
Try to do that. Try to do it really smoothly connected with that peak of stress on go. You'll listen to it 3 times, then there will be a little pause for you to try it.
There you go. There you go. There you go. There you go. Enjoy.
Enjoy. Enjoy. Second syllable stress.
Enjoy. Enjoy. Enjoy.
Enjoy. So the context here, this is Rachel's last shift, the end of her last shift. She did get a job. In the video that we studied last week, this section of the episode, she had just had an interview where she didn't feel like she did very well, but she did get the job. And so this is her last shift, and she knows that she has a job to go on to.
Enjoy. Enjoy. Enjoy.
Should I tell her I ordered tea? No.
Okay, Chandler didn't actually order coffee. What is the stress of his question here?
Should I tell her I ordered tea? Should I tell her I ordered tea? Should I tell her I ordered tea?
Should I tell her, the verb, should I tell her I ordered tea? Tea, and the pitch goes up. It's a yes, no question. Those are our two most stressed syllables there. Should I? The word should, I would say is, I would write that with a schwa, should I. The D is a flap sound because it comes between two vowels or diphthongs. The L is silent here. So it comes between the schwa and the I diphthong. So it's just should I, da, 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 the tongue bouncing on the roof of the mouth. Should I tell her?
Should I tell her? Should I tell her? Should I tell her?
Should I tell her? Tell begins with a true T because that starts a stressed syllable. That's always going to be a true T. Unless it's the TR cluster, then it might be a CH sound. Tell her. We have a dropped H, the ER, the schwa R ending just links on to the word before. Tell her. Tell her. Should I tell her?
Should I tell her? Should I tell her? Should I tell her I ordered tea?
I ordered both a little flatter, lower in pitch. I ordered tea before the stressed word T. And again, that is a true T because the T there begins a stressed syllable. I ordered. These two words, flatter in pitch, simplified, less clear. I know the word order can be really tough. I actually have a video that goes over how to pronounce that word when it's stressed. You can check it out. I'll put a link in the video description.
I ordered tea. I ordered tea. I ordered tea. No.
No, no, no. Quick up, down shape. No, no.
No. No. No.
Excuse me, everyone.
Excuse me, everyone. Stress on skews. Notice the word is not excuse, but it's skews. She turns it into one syllable. This is pretty common. So the letter X here represents two sounds, K and S. Excuse. But it's not uncommon to drop the first vowel and drop the K and just say skews. S sound, K, U diphthong, Z. Skews. Excuse me. And that's what she does here. Stress on that syllable. Excuse me, everyone.
Excuse me, everyone. Excuse me, everyone. Excuse me, everyone. This is my last night working here.
Okay, after the word what is the stress of this thought group?
This is my last night working here. This is my last night working here. This is my last night working here.
This is my last night. This is my. These first three words said pretty quickly. This is my last. Then we have more stress there. Last night working here.
This is my last night working here. This is my last night working here. This is my last night working here.
So last and work have the most stress. Even so, even though last is one of the stressed words, it does have a dropped sound. There is no T. The reason is because it's part of an ending ST cluster. The next word begins with a consonant. The T between two consonants like this, even when they're in two different words, is often dropped. Last night. It's just the S sound into the N sound. Last night. And then we have a stop T at the end of night. That's because the next word begins with a consonant, and the sound before it was a vowel or diphthong. In this case, the I as in by diphthong. So the sound before is a diphthong, but the letter before is an H, which we would think of as being a consonant letter. But if the T was between two consonants, we would drop it just like here. We don't talk about letters. The rules are all about sounds. So here, the T is not between two consonants. It's after the I diphthong before a consonant. That's why this T is a stop T. If you're completely confused about the T pronunciations, I do have a playlist that goes over all of the different ways that we pronounce T's and the rules around them.
This is my last night. This is my last night. This is my last night working here.
Last night working here. Stress, unstress. Stress, unstressed, unstressed. last night working here. So the ing ending and the word here, flatter, lower in pitch, coming down in vocal energy. The word work. This is a really tough word. Don't try to make a vowel. It's the R vowel consonant combination. K. This is how we do it in American English. This vowel doesn't really have a sound by itself. It just blends with the R. K. Work. So no wuck, no jaw drop. We don't need much jaw drop for this sound. Tip of the tongue pulls back and up a little bit. Working. Working here.
Working here. Working here. Working here. And,
okay, it's not that common to hear the D in the word and, but she does do it. Especially, you'll hear people doing that when they're thinking of what to say next. Then they're more likely to fully pronounce and. And the D links right into the next sound, which is the as in butter sound. And I
just wanted to say that.
What's the stress of this next thought group?
I just wanted to say that. I just wanted to say that. I just wanted to say that.
I just wanted to say that. Again, ST cluster followed by a consonant, just like last night becomes last night. Just wanted becomes just wanted. I just wanted to say that.
I just wanted to say that. I just wanted to say that. I just wanted to say that.
Everything links together really smoothly. We have 3 more T's here. Let's study them. What happens with these T's?
I just wanted to say that. I just wanted to say that. I just wanted to say that.
Wanted to say. Wanted to say. This first T totally dropped. That's pretty common in this word because it comes after an N. Lots of other people will do that. Wanted. So the ED ending here, it's funny because we drop the T, but it still follows the rules for coming after a T sound. So the rules for ED ending is when it comes after T or D, it's the I as in sit vowel and the D sound. So even though the T is dropped, that rule still holds. Wanted, wanted, wanted. And when the word before to, T-O, ends in a D, it's common to just drop the T sound altogether and just put a schwa at the end. Wanted, 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 wanted. Wanted to say that.
Just wanted to say that. Just wanted to say that. Just wanted to say that.
She does a true T release here at the end of that. It's also common to make that a stop T when it comes to the end of a thought group like it does here, but here she makes it a true T. So in I just wanted to say that, we have 4 T's that are part of the official pronunciation of those words, but only one of them is pronounced as a true T. The other 3 are all dropped. That's crazy. I love English.
Just wanted to say that. Just wanted to say that.
Okay. What do you think? What is the aim of this activity, of this video, and is it useful for all of you? And why? Who can speak? Is it useful for you? Someone wants to speak? No one wants to speak? Miss Azza, Mustafa, do you want to speak? Anyone want to speak? Miss Sahar, do you want to speak? Who wants to speak? No one wants to speak. Mr. Hani, do you want to speak, Mr. Hani?
Okay. Stress, intonation in American pronunciation.
Stress.
This is the aim.
This is the aim of this video. Is it useful for you?
Is it what?
Is it useful for you?
Okay, of course.
Okay, thank you. Mr.
Intonation or stress in American pronunciation is totally different from British pronunciation.
Okay.
American pronunciations as she explained, it's totally based on the end of words or end of sentence. A British pronunciation is totally different. It's based on the whole idea or the whole word. Always American, as that's what I get. Maybe I'm wrong.
Okay, Mr. Hani. Okay, thank you, Mr. Hani, for your ideas. I think it's very useful for all of us. It concentrated on stress and intonation and talk about the ed sounds and teh or deh sound and how to linking letter together. The sound, if you can see the letter teh linking the word, we can see the word I think just. And in the last session we talk about next village. The sound teh is not pronounced. Can you speak, Miss Heba? Do you want to speak, Miss Heba? Ahmed, don't speak.
Yes, I think it. Yes, I think it. Yes, I think it aims to make us a good English speakers if we are able to master the speed of how I speak, the density of how we can speak, and the flow of how we can speak. Then we become ready to conquer English words and then sentence. And that's
Okay, thank you, Miss Heba. Thank you, Miss Heba. Someone can speak and no one can want to speak. Let's go to the last part of this session. Our feedback. Try to read, say 3 interesting points you learned in this workshop. How can you help your learners with difficult sounds? A point to improve for me. Who wants to speak? I want someone to say 3 interesting points in this session today. I'm so sorry we are so late. I feel tired like all of you, but we have only 5 minutes again. Say 3 interesting points. Who wants to speak? Miss Sahar, don't speak, Miss Sahar. Go on, Miss Sahar.
Okay, Mr. AbdulWahab.
3 interesting points you learned in this workshop. Can you speak? Go on.
Okay. Yes. First of all, I want to thank you so much about your efforts and your valuable and beneficial training sessions. Really, you are a good trainer. And
thank you, Ms.
about the 3 points, this session. Okay, this session, I liked all the activities today. All of them are valuable. All of them are very good. Thank you. All the activities. Okay. Number 2, your style or your way to run up or to manage the sessions. Okay.
Thank you, Ms.
Number 3, all the media today are clear and easy to listen to or to read. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Sahar. Someone can add something. Thank you, Ms. Sahar. Someone can add something for this session today. Can you speak, Dr. Muhammad Gamal? Do you want to speak? Can you give us some idea? Go on, Dr. Muhammad. We hear you.
Okay. When the teacher is to teach sounds, should be resourceful and should prepare some videos and some sound for audios by native speakers. Repetition and drilling is very important. Let students pronounce by volunteers. Don't ask shy students. Let students say a sound, or the teacher say a sound, and let students produce words that begin with this sound, and he can use the bingo game to produce more sounds.
Thank you, Dr. Muhammad Gabal. This is about how can you help your learners. What are interesting points you learned in this workshop? Do you think some interesting points?
Using games.
Thank you, Dr. Muhammad. The points to improve. Do you think we have some points to improve in the next sessions, inshallah? For me, can you advise me to improve in the next session, inshallah? Can you give me some advice?
I think you are on the right way.
Thank you, Dr. Muhammad. Thank you, Dr. Muhammad.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. I want Mr. Tawfiq is out now. Okay, another one. Who wants to speak? Who wants to speak? Do you think we need to improve? Thank you, Dr. Muhammad. Is there anyone want to speak? Is there anyone want to speak? Is there anyone want to speak? Thank you so much. See you soon in the next session, inshallah. I have something in the last one. Have fun. Many thanks, and please listen to this tape carefully. Please listen to this tape carefully. I want to thank all of you. I want to thank all of you to participate and sharing us your ideas.
Thanks, my dear friends. I hope you have a good time. I apologize for everyone angry with me. I tried only to encourage you to participate and share your ideas. We must improve and update our knowledge and information. Please, put in your mind these words. First, practice makes perfect. Then, never stop learning because life never stops teaching. Your friends, Mr. AbdulWahab. Goodbye, good luck.
Goodbye and good luck, my dear friends. I hope you have a good time with me.